von nur 2 ungesetzten Spielern in diesem Achtelfinale hier von Mülheim. Und er hat es nach längerer Zeit nochmal in den entscheidenden Sonntag geschafft. Wir drücken ihm die Daumen. Rocky Andy Jenkins! Andy Jenkins tritt gegen die Nummer 3 der Setzliste an. Ein 8-maliger Major Champion, der in diesem Jahr auch eines der European Tour Events gewinnen konnte. Die aktuelle Nummer 6 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, The Machine, James Wade! Auch an diesem dritten und entscheidenden Tag gilt die Distanz Best of 11 Legs. Man braucht also 6 Legs, um in das Viertelfinale einzuziehen. Und der Caller dieses ersten Achtelfinals ist The Puppy, George Noble.
Well, welcome to the RWE Arena here in Mulheim in Germany for the final day of action at the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy. And as the dancing girls who do all the same moves but not necessarily at the same time make their way off the stage, we are about to get going with 8 games in this afternoon's session that will set up the quarter-finals, which will be played tonight, followed by the semi-finals and the final. The 8th European Tour event of 2016 on the PDC calendar. 2 more to go after this. This one, the second in a triple bill, 3 Euro Tour events in 3 weekends. Last weekend saw Mensur Suljovic claim his first title. Could we see another new winner on the European Tour this weekend? James Wade's won a couple, including one this year. Andy Jenkins, it'd be a first. I'm Dan Dawson, and to talk you through this opening game of the afternoon session, a session which sees the likes of Michael van Gerwen, Dave Chisnell, Kim Huybrechts on the way.
Throw first. Game on.
Chris Murphy alongside me for this one.
Yeah, Andy Jenkins, one of 2 unseeded players through to the last 16, the other one being Joe Cullen. 100. But are we going to see a Rocky revival here in Mulheim? You mentioned the moves of the dancing girls. James Wade had a few moves of his own after his match against Justin Pipe.
121.
Pipe interrupted Wade's interview with a little kind of break dance, and James tried to outdo him in the Strictly Come Dancing.
You know what they say? Beware of interview bomb.
Yeah, you've got to watch out for that, especially James Wade actually has been a victim of that
100
before.
Heed the words of Merv. Beware of interview bomb.
Yeah, James Wade after that match against Justin
98.
Pipe claimed that Justin played a little bit slower than normal. Really, I think it was down to the fact that one of his darts was broken and he was trying to repair it.
Yeah, it did take a while, but you know, it takes as long as it takes, doesn't it?
And
Wade's not really a player that usually bothers. You know, you play at any speed and James Wade doesn't care. He got the job done anyway. Won it 6-5 deciding leg victory against Justin Pipe. Jenkins has got down to a finish, but it's a ton +1, and Wade on a bogey number who just looked to set this up. He'd take a 99. Oh dear, he's not going to get that.
Jenkins beat Steve West and Alan Norris in a right old ding-dong to get here yesterday. 6-5 win over Chuck Norris. One of many 11-leg clashes yesterday. Not too pleased with himself there. And can't really rectify it with that visit. So James Wade with a very James Wade-like finish in front of him.
He loves these. He loves them. Double top for 120 checkouts.
80, and you recall
Dismissive wave of the hand from the multiple major winner.
45, James require 40.
So tops for Wade for a break of throw, and if he misses inside, then he'll have a look at his favourite double 10. And now he will look at double 10. And then he hits double 10, because that's what James Wade does, and it is a break of throw. Andy Jenkins already
throw first. Game on.
Beaten Alan Norris, as you say. Norris did have a match dart in that one. 1 dart at tops. But he beat another world finalist in the qualifiers for this one, in Andy Hamilton.
16.
So he won 3 games in the qualifying. He's won 2 games while he's here. It is something of a roll that Jenks is on. First time he's made the final day of action of the European Tour event since Newland in 2012. So it's been a long time coming to see Jenks at this stage of a European Tour event.
Yeah, shaky start in this one, though, from Andy Jenkins.
100.
He got down to 1-2-2 in the last leg and didn't get a dart at a double.
$96.
Wade, the number 3 seed here.
100.
Winner in Hamburg earlier this year. Beat Chizzy in the final of that. Became the 5th player to win more than one European Tour event.
100.
His first one was in Gibraltar in 2014. Beat Steve Beaton in the final in Victoria Stadium. And the winner of this one will go through to face either Robert
100.
Thornton, another former winner on the European Tour, or the defending champion here, Michael Smith, who was excellent yesterday.
60.
These final days, they're all as per the draw
141.
bracket, so the winner of this one faces the winner of our next game. So Smith and Thornton up next here. And is the 1-4-1 going to go? James Wade, treble 19, double 12 for the 1-4-1.
129.
Not far away, but he will return to clean up the remaining 12.
60.
And not under too much pressure either.
Right next door to that double 10 that he likes.
And shot in the second leg.
Textbook
James
stuff
Wade.
from James
Early
Wade.
And easy throw first.
2-0.
Game on.
Yeah, these two players that know each other very, very well. Andy Jenkins has never beaten James Wade in
82.
a professional game of darts.
They must have run into each other loads of times other than that, where Jenks has got to win, you would think,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Same part of the world, aren't they? Wade in Aldershot and Jenks
100.
down in Cosham.
Yeah, they've played together in the past in pairs tournaments.
43.
But it's going the way of the seeded player so far.
It's been a while since they have met, actually, in a professional game, as Wade looks to fill it up.
123.
Unlucky to see that deflect into the bed next door. Jenks show him how it's done, he might.
140.
Not far off. Yeah, in that last year at UK Open qualifier, Wade won that one 6-5. His 6th consecutive professional win over Andy Jenkins.
140.
Good stuff from Wade here, threatening to break the Jenkins throw again and go 3-0 up.
45. James 138.
He's got 6 darts from here as well.
He may need to use them all, but that doesn't matter. 2
58.
breaks out of 3 if he can clean up the 80. And Andy Jenkins really hasn't got going in this one.
59. James, you require 80.
And then Wade, treble 20 for double 10. Another one of those for double top. Just doesn't want to hit the flights of those 2 darts.
60.
Managed not to do that, but couldn't quite plot his way through to double top. And Jenkins looking at the 1-3-2. It'd be some way to get going. Looks really good if he can hit the treble 19, and he has done. Can he just use that first dart as a guide? Oh, he's gone right next to it.
107. James, you require 20.
Unlucky, Andy Jenkins, but Wade looking to punish. But he hit that double in the last leg. He meant to that time. Now down for double 2.
80.
And Jenkins will
And
get
you
a
require
chance
25.
to half the deficit.
Double 8 for Jenkins. And he's
shot
in
to
this
the
game
third.
now.
Andy Jenkins.
Big,
James
big
is
moment
run
there.
first.
Had he gone 3-0 down with 2 breaks of throw, I did fear that this might be over rather quickly.
93.
Not made a quarter-final on the European Tour before, Andy Jenkins. Did make a quarter-final on the Pro Tour back
140.
in May. He ended up getting a bit of a hiding from Jamie Caven in that quarter-final. Lost 6-0, but he'd beaten Painter, Michael Smith, Steve Brown on the way. First quarter-final for a year.
123.
Still waiting for a first maximum from one of these 2 guys.
60.
Still a very capable player, Andy Jenkins. His main glories have come around a decade ago, really now, but he's kept his tour card, and he made the, well, he qualified as one of the top 32 for the UK Open earlier this year. That is biggest payday of this season.
140.
Looking to eclipse it this weekend.
And you require 145.
Good leg of darts from both men here. Wade, not going to take out the 145. May look at the bullseye here. Yeah.
90, and you
That means he'll get 2 darts at double top when he returns, unless Jenkins takes out the 161, needed the treble 17.
97, change required.
So for Wade to
55.
re-establish that 2-leg advantage, 15 for double top. Bang in the middle of the 15. Decent guide, you would think.
He shows the full flag.
Wonderful.
James Wade, the Gandhi to throw first.
Going James Wade's way at the moment.
100.
And despite winning 7 big TV titles, James Wade, there are a couple of tournaments where he hasn't made the final. One of them is the European Championship, which is, of course, has been held in this very venue, and it's what these guys are duking out. Wade's going to be there. You know, he's done more than enough to guarantee his place there.
100.
The other, of course, is the World Championship. Best he's ever done was the semi-finals, and, of course, Jenkins has made the semi-finals as well. So,
Yeah, I asked Paul Nicholson yesterday, is James Wade the best player never to win the World Championship?
180.
He said he'd get back to me on that one.
he could make a convincing argument for it.
81.
That was the first 180 of this match from James Wade. And it puts him in a good position,
60.
but only followed up by 60. This is a huge visit for Andy Jenkins in the context of this tie.
Oh,
80.
I don't know what it fell out of. Jenkins' reaction suggests that it was
Change
the 60.
required 164.
Well, if it was, he'd be coming back for 80 rather than 140, and it's a much more gettable finish.
Well, even a big 20 would have made it a little bit easier for him.
So,
60. And you require 140.
Jenkins looking at 140. That's a perfectly pitched dart, and he wants double 10 to raise the roof.
130. Change required 104.
Stunning effort, but it's these checkouts around about the 100 that Wade is noted for, and he's going to get a dart. And it's a dart at tops for 4-1.
64. And you required 10.
Struggling to hit his doubles first dart, isn't he, James Wade? Will he get another go?
No, he won't.
Jenkins closes the gap once again. He's just about clinging on in this one.
Well, there's no danger of him going inside the 5 with that second dart there. But, as you said, Dan, it's in the match. And that's the main thing for Andy Jenkins. Missed darts at the bull and double 10 for big finishers. But in both of those legs, he's returned and pinned the double.
Yeah, so he's just about clinging on. That break of throw in the very first leg for James Wade may well be enough. He's ever so good, Wade, at just doing enough to win games. And right now, that's exactly what's happening. But it is not a commanding lead that he holds here.
Worth mentioning again that James Wade was absent last weekend through a virus, so a long day like this could take its toll if he is to get past this hurdle.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how... I mean, he's not hit the heights so far this weekend, but you know that Wade can step it up when he needs to, a lot of the time, at any rate. Certainly he did that in Hamburg earlier this year, winning on the European Tour for a second time.
Yeah, and there were some heights hit in last night's session here. Fantastic
50.
Now, can he hit double top first dart this time? Down for double 10.
And he
does get it, and there he goes. Important finish that, under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, the last couple of times he's gone out last dart in hand with his opponent waiting on 64 and 68 and just thinking, just give me a shot.
140.
Interesting decision to switch down to the 19s there from Jenkins. It looked like there was a lot of room in that treble 20, but sometimes you can't quite tell from this camera angle how the darts are lying exactly. He might have felt that he was covering up a lot of the bed.
Yeah, curious one from what we can see. But we're not sure what he can see.
And he does have the best view, to be fair. Wade looking to stay on there. Navigates his way through to the treble bed with one of them, and that gets him down to 121 after 9. And a break of throw here for a 5-2 lead may well prove to be decisive. Jenkins has been just about sticking with Wade over the course of this game, but he might be about to see him tear off into the distance. The 1-2-1 is not going, but Jenkins is looking at a big one, and Wade sets it up excellently. Now the 1-4-7.
Yeah, Jenkins needs a 1-4-7, or he could find himself snookered in this match. But he's 2/3 of the way, and he's taking it out. Andy Jenkins.
Andy Jenkins.
Fabulous finish. He'd missed darts for big finishes on 2 previous occasions. This time he really needed that as well, Dan.
Well, I mean, that could save his skin in this match and indeed in this tournament. We said that he's never made a quarter-final of a European Tour event before. You've got to go back 3 years to go beyond the quarterfinals of any kind of event. When he made a final of a Players' Championship and lost to ENY. But it could be a massive weekend for Andy Jenkins. He has to find a break of throw from somewhere. I mean, he's 6-7 points behind in the averages at the moment, but he's just been doing enough, and he's had to pull out a massive shot there. There you see, about 6 points behind in the averages. Wade has been outscoring Jenkins, and it's forced him ultimately to try and take out things like 140, 147, and the 147 did go, and it might be enough.
Yeah, Wade was waiting on 24 in that leg. It must have felt like a break of throw, but it wasn't. Just a hold for Andy Jenkins. And it's seeming increasingly likely that James Wade will be 1 leg away after this
140
leg. 42 remaining after 12 darts for the machine.
96.
Yeah, so far in this game, James Wade has got a lead, and he has protected it. Double top. And he does pin it first dart this time, although it has to be said, Jenkins was on the finish, so it's perhaps a little bit less pressure than there might have been. But he's 1 leg away from becoming the first player through to the quarterfinals, is the machine. For a place in the last 8 to face either Robert Thornton or the defending champion, Michael Smith, the man who has won this title for the last 2 years running. Once here in Mulheim at the RWE Arena, and the year before that, when it was held in Leipzig, further east in Germany.
Yeah, simple equation now for Andy Jenkins.
125.
Needs 3 legs on the spin if he's going to continue his run in this Happy Bet European Darts Trophy. And it's getting harder and harder and harder.
190.
As Wade fires in a second max.
85.
85. Jenkins not down to a finish. 6 darts from 181 for James Wade to close this out and avoid any nervy last leg deciders as he had to come through against
99.
Justin Pipe in the previous round. He's hit 99 to leave 82. It should mean he gets at least 1 dart for the match when he returns. Jenkins has put some pressure on.
You require 82.
Right then, Wade. 17 for double top, which he pinned first start last time, and he does again. And James Wade is the first man through to this evening's quarterfinals in this European Darts Trophy. Andy Jenkins' run comes to an end. Wade will be back tonight to take on the winner of our next match, Michael Smith, the defending champion, or Robert Thornton. We'll hear from the machine in a moment and join us again for that one.
Ein 6:3 Erfolg für James Wade. Damit ist er der erste Spieler, der im Viertelfinale steht. Und trotzdem ein wirklich gutes Turnier von Andy Jenkins. James, congratulations. Happy with the first match of the day?
Yeah. It's kind of hard, you know, because not many people know, but Andy Jenkins started me up in darts. You know, he taught me how to play darts. He taught me how to be a gentleman on the dartboard. And it was really, really hard. That was my mentor. That's the guy who taught me how to play darts. And it was a horrible game, but, you know, I played well, so I'll move onwards and upwards. But as I say, it wasn't very nice to play against Andy.
Now a very long break is coming up for you. Are you going to stay here at the venue? Do you go back to the hotel? It's really a couple of hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite brown at the moment, so I'm going to go outside on the deck chair, have a suntan and enjoy myself. There's no right way or wrong way to do it. You know, some players leave the venue, some players go back. I'm going to stay here and watch everyone else struggle to win, and hopefully I'll take some positives.
See you later again. Thank you very much. James Wade.